So taking a look at rare jewels and quivers. First off, let's begin with arrows. They can be divided in two categories. The kind that you use for elemental bosons and the ones you use for physical bosons. For elemental bosons, you mainly want the +2 bow and crossbow skills, ideally paired with some attack speed increase and maybe some resistances, but already getting 2 bow and 20 attack speed is not that common, and you ideally want the corruption with minus enemy fire resistance or minus enemy cold resistance, and that's already very rare. So if you find a pair of 2 bow, 20 attack speed, that's already slam worthy if you ask me. The other category is physical quivers. The main thing you're looking for here is damage, particularly enhanced damage and deadly strike. You need high rolls on both of those. Those should be the baseline of your quiver. If they don't have those, both of those, they're generally not good. The exception might be if you get 5 good mutts, but no deadly strike. A pair like these, for example. Some might still find those worthy of using because they have everything else useful besides deadly strike. But typically you're looking for high deadly strike, enhanced damage, and anything else is just gravy on top. You could slam them even if they have no other useful mods, if they have high rolls on those, because what most people are looking for is enhanced damage slam on top of deadly strike and enhanced damage. So here's a few examples. Obviously something like this is the cream of the crop, but it's very rare, and if you're not looking to use it yourself, I wouldn't even risk slamming this. Now for bolts, they're not used by elemental builds, so you can typically discard anything that is not enhanced damage and deadly strike. They're only really used by crossbow multishot and rogue mercenaries, and they mostly want the same thing. Except for the rogue mercenaries, you don't really care about anything except just the pure damage, which is enhanced damage, deadly strike, and flat damage. Because they don't need attack speed, they don't need pierce, they don't really need resistances. So a quiver like this is already very good. Worth slamming perhaps, depends on the market how flooded it is, but if you're using it yourself, obviously something is worth slamming already. Now about passive skills, I think it's a pretty niche, especially on hardcore. It's a bit more value now that the pierce skill got nerfed, but overall it's not really used that much. Most people tend to play pure multishot eventually, so plus passive skills don't matter that much. Now for jewels, there's obviously enhanced damage jewels. Everyone is familiar with those. This is double flat on top of the enhanced damage, which is going to be worth a lot. Jewels only get 4 affixes, so you have something like this with 3 relevant affixes, that's already worth a lot. And obviously if you have 4 relevant affixes, that's just ridiculous. Now jewels can be divided, damage jewels can be divided a bit further. You would see open wounds jewels. This is just a blue one, it's not good, but pair this on a rare jewel with enhanced damage and it's already worth something. Another damage type jewel is this kind of jewel with just flat damage. It's a bit niche, but it can be used by physical sacrifice builds and rogue mercs as well. Typically they don't sell for much, but they're still decent for those types of builds. Other types of rare jewels would be life after each kill, mana after each kill type jewels. This one is very good since it has both, even if the rolls aren't perfect. Anything else on top is just gravy. When you have both life after each kill and mana per kill on one jewel, it's already a decent value jewel. And lastly, you could talk about resistance type jewels, typically paired with minus requirements. They are pretty niche, but they're used in some builds. So a jewel like this with stacked resistances and minus requirements is decent, and obviously this one is perfect in the sense that every mod is max roll and relevant. But typically already something with minus requirements and this type of resistance is already decent value.